Hello everyone, Farah Hanoun here, and I'm joined by Volkan Oezdemir, who headlines UFC Moncton versus Anthony Smith next week. Volkan, how are you?
I'm doing great, Farah. Thank you. How
How's your?
about you?
I'm doing great, thank you. How's your day been going so far?
Good. It's Sunday, so it was an easy day. Um, Definitely just a few days left, so now it's all about the weight cuts. Training is done. My camp went really well, so I'm feeling really confident.
Nice, nice. And you're in Montreal now. What? First of all, what made you make the decision to go to Montreal? Did you decide that you wanted to close the rest of your camp there?
Yeah, definitely it's closer from Moncton, and I wanted to be in Canada for a while.
Yeah.
I wanted also to try Tristar. I know it's a great gym, and definitely give me a new look. Also a little bit about my fight. So it was just also more easy for me to go this way.
And nice. And tell me a little bit about your experience in TriStar. I saw you met George St. Pierre, of course. Did you get to do some training with him? Of course, with Faraz. Tell me some of the guys that you were able to train with and just your experience there.
Yeah, St. Pierre is teaching a few classes over there. He's a really dedicated athlete. He loves the sport, so he's there all the time for sure, and that's something great about it. I know there's a lot of people in a fight game that train only because they have to. You can see St. Pierre is somebody that really loves the sport. There is a bunch of people. I got close to Elias Theodorou,
Yep.
Andrew Sanchez, a bunch of different guys. Nasrat is going to be fighting in the same card. Alex Garcia also. And so I was able to meet those people there.
And is this something that you plan on doing again for the future, or is it just primarily because your fight is in Canada and you wanted to be closer to Moncton?
Yeah, that was I guess supposed to be a one time thing, and I think I like it over there. So of course, as soon as I'm going to be off season, maybe I can come here, learn and get some new stuff, and that would be great for me. So I really like the atmosphere here, so I will definitely come back.
Very nice. And will for us be in your corner? Who's going to be in your corner?
No, it's going to be my old coach as usual,
Okay.
and my manager.
Nice. And how excited were you when you found out that Michael Johnson was going to be on the card with you?
That was really good. It was a good surprise. I wanted the initial fight to stay that way, to go off against R10.
Yeah.
Because of all the situation. I think definitely. I'm not gonna say it's not fair, but obviously maybe they deserve some sanction. I'm not the one able to judge, but for me, you're a fighter and people fight, and at the end of the day, stuff like this should happen sometimes. I don't think anybody got really injured in like something like this, so I think it's kind of fine. Like it's at the end of the day, it's going to be used as a marketing plan.
Yeah.
So don't be too rough about it. So, but now at the end of the day, Michael Johnson got taken for the fight, and it's a good opportunity for him, and now he's going to be able to perform.
For
So I'm
sure.
really happy about it.
Absolutely. And you've been doing quite a bit of media in Montreal. First of all, how was your whole experience like? And this is your first main event, so what was it like doing extra media? I know you fought for the title before, but is this different because you're the main event and it's kind of like the focus is on you and Anthony?
I think it's pretty much the same as before because the title fight was a co-main event,
Yeah.
but definitely was a title fight. It was a really big fight. And this one being a main event is also different stuff, and I'm also trying also to do stuff also by myself. Like we've been visiting the Canadians, the hockey team,
Yeah.
which was a really great experience. So yeah, it was really good, and I like to also do this part of the job.
And you did quite a bit of stuff en français, right? That was nice to do that being in Montreal, like you can speak French there and stuff.
Yeah, definitely. It's kind of refreshing for me.
Yeah.
Because that's obviously my first language, and it's cool also to be able to share my experience with the people that maybe doesn't understand English also back home, definitely in Switzerland, but I know here in Montreal and Quebec, a lot of people speak both.
Definitely. And how does it feel? I mean, you're 1 week away. It's obviously, yeah, you haven't fought since January with a couple of issues, injuries, and all that. How does it feel to pretty much be right there? Like you're 1 week out. How are you feeling? Does it feel like, right, I'm finally here? Because I'm sure you've been itching to fight.
Exactly. It's here. You basically when you're fighting, the only way people can tell how well you've been doing and how well you progressed and who you are right now is by fighting. So if you're not fighting, then nobody knows about you. Nobody will say that you progressed, that you deserve to be here. So all the progress you do in the gym is like made in the shadow, and just your team and you knows about it, and you can't wait to show that to the public also.
Well, you're in a great spot now, taking on Anthony Smith, obviously a guy who's also had a fast rise in the division. First of all, before we talk about the fight, had you ever heard of Moncton when they told you were fighting there?
No, I did not. So definitely, it's I went to check it out online, and it's cool that the UFC is seeking for new places. I think it's perfect for people that are not able to travel so much, or go for Halifax or whatever. But people that cannot travel too much, then they have an event in their own place or close to them, so it's pretty cool.
For sure. And when do you plan on heading to Moncton?
I'm going to be there on the 23rd, on Tuesday.
Very nice. Well, let's talk about the fight. Like I said, Anthony Smith, another guy who had a fast rise in the division. What are your thoughts on Anthony, and have you been impressed by what he's done so far?
Yeah, Anthony is a really experienced fighter. He has two great wins on his last fight, and I think he's definitely a tough guy. He's a tough fighter. He has a lot of experience, a lot of fights. He has been in it, but also not with the highest level fighter. So that's the difference that's going to happen right here, and definitely it's going to be a great fight. I don't see anything else happening other than me winning the fight.
And there's been a little bit of back and forth between the two of you, like nice fun jabs, nothing too crazy. Do you like partaking in that kind of thing? Because I remember when you fought Cormier, he was doing a lot of that. It's kind of what he does, and you were very cool, calm, and collected about it. This time, engaging a little bit. Do you enjoy that part of the sport?
It's kind of different because Cormier was also really funny about it. He was really comic. He said it was mostly jokes and things like that. I know Anthony made some interview telling me that I don't deserve to be in the top 5 and stuff like that. So I think he doesn't really respect me, and this is where the line is. So it's different. If he doesn't want to respect me, I'm gonna have to force the respect on him.
I see, and he said in interviews that he feels like a win over you would get him a title shot. Where do you feel like a win over Anthony Smith would take you in this division?
Anthony Smith was not my first choice, obviously. He's ranked number 9, and he has a great hype behind him, coming off two big wins against 2 former champs. Yeah. And so he played part of the on my decision, but the UFC offered me that fight after me and Gustafsson got injured.
Yeah.
And because they didn't know how long he's going to be injured for. And then I accepted the fight, and I had to, rebuild my nose because my nose was broken. And, it gave me enough time for my nose to be okay. And then I took the fight because I want to stay active. This year has been quite annoying for me.
Yep.
And a win against Anthony Smith, I don't think it's going to bring me closer to anything. Right now I'm number 2. The number 1 is going to fight for the title against John Jones right now. So definitely I'm going to keep my spot. A big win is going to keep me relevant, I guess, in the division. And the title shot will come next.
And yeah, what are your thoughts on where the division is going? Because for you, it's not so bad, right? Like Cormier, they took the belt away from him, and now you've got Jones and Gustafsson. These are two guys that you haven't fought before. So is this kind of not a bad position for you to be in, right? Like, are you liking where they're going with the light heavyweight division, and do you agree with their decision to take the belt away from Cormier just because him being double champ, it would have been a little bit hard for him to defend both?
No, no, not really. I it's kind of a mess, you know.
Mhm.
If John Jones now i- is cleared of, you know, all the problem that he had, all the issue he had with the doping, if he's cleared, then I understand the fact that he has to get his belt back. But at the end of the day, you know, hope hoping was the, you know, you cannot really tell. It's been two times that he has like weird stuff happening.
Yeah.
You know, that's kind of weird for me. Stripping Cormier from the belt, I don't think he wasn't able to defend the 205. I think that wasn't his plan to defend the belt. So you know, since John is clear, I understand the concepts, and I can't wait to be there and fighting. So I'm happy about everything. At the end of the day, I have control on this, and I just gonna do my best on the 27 to put on a great show. So I'm gonna be next for the shot.
Now, I said a couple more before I let you go. Who do you think wins, Jones or Gustafsson?
It all depends what kind of Jones we're gonna see. And Gustafsson has been also away for a while now. So it's going to be a really interesting matchup because the first fight was definitely one of the best fights in the division. It's a fight that's going to stay in history. So definitely the second fight will be really, really good.
Are you there?
Yeah.
All right. They don't call you no time for no reason, so I'm assuming you're predicting a quick finish for your fight.
Yeah, I'm going in the fight really confident. I don't think Anthony Smith's going to have anything too tough to propose to me. I'm going to go there really smart and going to finish him in time.
All right, Volkan, there you have it. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it. You can catch Volkan Oezdemir next weekend when he takes on Anthony Smith in the main event, October 27th in Moncton, New Brunswick. Volkan, best of luck. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate it.